Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yoki Man here. Welcome back to another episode of my Football Manager 2019 save here with Braga. In this episode, we'll play the first game of the season against Tondela, and we will go through what happened in pre-season. Now, a lot didn't happen in pre-season because, as you guys know from the last episode, if you didn't go check it out at the end of last season, where we just missed out on the title. We weren't given much budget, we weren't given much money to play with, which meant we weren't going to do much. We didn't really get the players off the books that... Well, not at least not for the money we expected to get them off the books. So we kind of been left in kind of a stagnant position where we're the same-ish with some youngsters coming into the squad. And hopefully now I'm going to look to the youth system, use them to develop the team and to help improve the team, and hopefully that'll do well for us moving forward. I think that's the step we're going to have to take until we start making some money. Being in the Champions League this season will be huge for us. Obviously, financially, the benefit is massive. We haven't made it into the Champions League yet, as you can see there. We've got Dynamo Kiev in the next best placed playoff. I think this is the last one, though. I think we're in the Champions League if we win this one. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure this is the last one, and then we'll be in the group stages, which hopefully we can beat Dynamo Kiev, which we really do need to do. We did win the first double leg, which you'll see. I was going to live comment, I didn't see the point in it. It just seemed like we'd be doing loads of live comms. There'd have been 2 or 3 episodes before we even got to the start. 2 episodes at least until we got to the start of the season. So let's quickly round up the transfers. Well, the lack of their transfers in this preseason. Right, guys. So this is it. This is the transfer screen, and I'll go through the players we brought in first, and then I'll skim over who we let go. As you guys know already, we was bringing in Luka Jovic on a free. I'm just happy to have him here. The man's valued at a lot of money, even if he doesn't hit the ground running. But he's had a good pre-season. He looks pretty decent. I'm really excited to see what he can do. I think he's going to be the thing that tips us over the edge this year to being maybe a top 2 team. I don't know. A lot of the big teams have lost players like João Felix and Divock Origi have been sold from Benfica. They are looking at a really good striker from Watford's... I've forgotten his name. But yeah, so they are looking to improve, but they've lost players. And I think Porto lost a big player as well. I can't fully remember. But so they're losing players, which bodes well for us because we've kind of kept the core team that did so well for us last season. So hopefully we can perform the same feat this season, but they'll be a bit weak and drop more points and we'll win the title and not have that horrendous end of season run. We signed Atilio Ramirez for 400k, this young Chilean player. He just looks pretty decent for me in the central midfielder. I'm going to train him to be a playmaker because I don't see him having good enough tackling realistically to play anything but a playmaker. But his determination bodes well. He's only 19, and I think maybe there may be a future for him. He's already a half-decent player, especially at passing the ball and whatnot. So hopefully if we keep training him up, his teamwork and his work rate really aren't what I go for. But in terms of a punt for 400k, you can't really complain. And then the Peruvian Diego Davila. We signed him for 1.2, I think, eventually arriving to 2.5 if he does the business. I wanted to invest in a defensive playmaker pretty much because I'm tempted to play a DM deep line playmaker alongside a box-to-box and a Mazzala. That's something we're probably going to toy with as an option because realistically we didn't have that option last season, and when neither attacking midfielder was performing well, we kind of didn't have a backup. It was kind of go 2 up front, which the team isn't massively confident at playing, and I don't think we're capable of playing. You know, if we rely on 2 up front, 1 injury to a striker, and we're pretty much screwed because we've got no backup. So now this is going to be a new option for us playing a DM, and Diego looks very good, to be honest with you. I'm excited to see what we can get from him. His determination may not be the best, but his work rates are 100% up there where I want them. His tackling is pretty decent, technique, passing. He looks like a very good player. I think he could really turn out to be something big in this team, so I'm looking forward to see how he gets on. But that was it in terms of business in. We didn't really spend much money. I didn't want to spend any money. I kind of had the mindset of there's no point spending money because there's no one I can bring in that's going to improve this squad. So I kind of just thought I'll rely on the youth. So yeah, we're going to rely on the youth for this season, I think. And we got rid of a little bit of dead wood. That was kind of the mindset. I don't know if you call it dead wood. really. Some of the players maybe could have stayed and still had an impact, but I'd rather play the youngsters and develop them this season and see how we progress that way. So the biggest casualty here probably was Ryan Christie. Now, I know he impacted in certain games last season and was very good at certain points in the season, very good for us in general, but we could get a good fee for him. We could get a good price for him. I think it was 6.5 million or 6.25, I can't remember. We could get a good fee for him. So it kind of made sense for him to go because Quintero was never going to go. He's a very class player, and neither was Donis because he's back up on the left as well as doing well in the centre attacking mid in his first season. So unfortunately, it was Ryan Christie's head on the chopping block. And if we hadn't got a good fee for him, I wouldn't have let him go. It'd have been pure and simple. But statistically and just all outright, it made more sense that Ryan Christie went than the other two. And he's been a very good servant to the club. I hope he does well there at Basel. But a good fee for him really in general. Apart from that, there wasn't masses to tell you. Savtok went, he never came in and did it at the club. Hadzik went, he had that great first season, which is a little bit of a shame. I thought he was going to be the next superstar striker for us and we was really going to develop him. But overall, in the end, it just didn't work out. He wasn't. It wasn't to be. He didn't go and get the goals that he needed when he was out on loan. So eventually we sold him. 300k is not bad. We did sign him on a free, so we haven't really lost anything. Grant is the one we lost money on. He really didn't do it for us. He really wasn't good enough for us. He's gone to RB Leipzig. They got him for a steal. He was going to be my workhorse in the midfield. He was going to be the box-to-box midfielder and be the workhorse in the midfield. That was the whole point of bringing him in, which allowed Novius the space to kind of create. The issue is at box-to-box, when he's at the top end, he's not good at all. He's not very good at all. You know, he can't finish. His long shots aren't very good. So it meant a lot of wayward shots, a lot of mistakes. And really, he made more issues for the team than he did creating. So it made sense for him to go. It's a bit of a shame that we lost, but there was no point keeping his wage. He weren't going to play this season. So unfortunately, he's fallen on the wayside. Matthias went the goalkeeper. He became backup, didn't he? He became backup last season to Leitner, so he was always going to want to go. And 500k to Pashas, I kind of accepted it. Giuliano looks like a very promising young Brazilian. I've let him go on loan. We'll see if he comes back and we can fit him into the team. I'm still on the fence about him. He's got some great stats, but then quite a lot of not good enough stats. So he's just another one of those players that has really good potential in certain stats and a certain style, but he's pretty poor in everything else. So we'll see if he comes back. I mean, his teamwork and work rates are okay, and his vision's good. He's definitely a good passer of the ball, but at the minute, that's kind of it. He's kind of only a good passer of the ball, and that's not really good for us moving forward. The rest really was just letting a lot of players go out on loan. Malik went out, or Mike, we're going to call him Mike, went out on loan. Again, he's one of them that is a lot of similar stats for a similar play style. His work rate isn't great either, but we will see. I mean, he's definitely got potential if he comes back. He's touted to be a very good player in the future. We'll see what happens. I think we could get pretty decent money for him, but I think if he goes away, has a good season, he could definitely come back and start finding a place in the team, and that's hopefully what we're hoping for. But that's it really, just a load of loans, a load of youngsters, probably some youngsters you haven't seen. Now, the way I'm going to do it is if I feel like it's worthwhile noting the youngster and that I'm impressed with them and expect them to have a future, then I will highlight them like I did with Giuliano and Marowski. If they're still unknown, there's no point. I'm not going to go in depth about them at the minute. So let's get into the schedule, see how we've been getting on. So the friendlies went like this. We had a pretty good pre-season, to be 100% honest with you. Arman getting himself a goal, Luka Jovic's first goal, Novius, Suarez and Marquez. I mean, we left it late, but we definitely piled in the goals. Then against Alves, we won 4-1. Novius with 3 and Luka Jovic. Against Real Betis, Donis got the goal. Victor Camarasa for them. He's still plodding along well. He looks very good, actually. And then the Els took over. A 3-0 victory against Braga B. Luis Santos, Luis Suarez and Luka Jovic. 3 players who I expect to have big seasons. And then it came into the first game of the season in the Champions League best place qualifying round 3. And it was pretty decent, you know. The first game, I'm surprised I didn't live comment. I probably should have done. Suarez, Viana, Ricardo Horta with a double, and Quintero getting a goal. I'm really happy with Quintero getting a goal. Really hoping that he can be a big part of the team this season and do big things for us. And yeah, it was really just a really decent result, which meant that we went home and didn't really need much. And I don't know if we took our foot off the gas a little bit. They did manage to score, but Pedro Scal played in both games. He's a youngster, worth highlighting, and he looks very good. Now, I couldn't find a right back in my price range that was worthwhile, and I weren't going to be paying an absolute ton for. On the wages, there wasn't really many options at right back. We had this guy sitting in the under somethings, and I thought, do you know what? I'll bring him up. And he's not going to play much this season. He's going to be back up to Ricardo, but I'll bring him up, and it'll be a good learning process for him. And so far, he's done really well. Now his stats don't really paint that picture. But if we can keep him in good form, his determination is 17. He could definitely, at 16, develop into being a superb right back, like the future of this club. I mean, I don't like the player trait argues with officials. That's definitely not good. But he could definitely be the future of this club. So I'm hoping that if we keep pushing him and keep putting him in the team, he's the youngest player to ever debut for us. That he's actually going to be a superstar for us in the future. So we can hope for that. But today we play Tondela, and hopefully this should be a victory. Start the season off well. We've got Dynamo Kiev coming up. I want a good home result because we got Benfica after the away result, which is never great. So I'm hoping to play a bit more of a rotated team. But I think the squad is still strong. We've still got a strong squad. So let's go and pick the team for this first game and hopefully pick up a victory here against Tondela. Again, we really should be winning. Right, guys, so this is the team for today. We're going to stick with Suarez up front, give him the first game of the season. Marquez on the right, Horta on the left, Quintero in the centre. Gakuri and Febas. Febas simply because Novius is... he's a bit tired. Ricardo at right back. Da Silva is going to keep left back. Cardoso and Santos, so the two young Portuguese lads at centre back. Cortese is going to be a big part of the centre-back role this season, and so is Viana. But these two are playing well at the minute, so they're going to keep their places. It really does. It's kind of a testament to the signings that Marquez is starting the first game of the season over Martins, simply because Marquez has been so much better than him, especially last season. So let's see how we get on here. Febas is struggling with fitness. There's a few players struggling with fitness. Jovic is on the bench. Obviously, that's not going to be his role for the majority of the season, but I want to reward Suarez for such a good year last year. Paulinho is still at the club. We did try, and not push him out, but we did try and sell him, but nobody seemed to come in for him. Now, I'm pretty sure he was the top goal scorer in Portugal last season, and no one came in for him, so we might, do you know what we might do? Just so you guys see it, we're going to offer him out again and see if we can get anything. I don't think he's going to see much pitch time this season. Right, guys, so the first game of the new season is upon us. We've hit key highlights, and hopefully we get off with a good early performance. Now, we've made a few changes to the tactics, but I'm still not 100% set on it. We're still working on this one, incorporating the fact that we may swap it at points to the DM. And let's hope for a good performance. We need a good victory in the first game. We want to hit the ground running. You have to do in this league because the big teams always perform. Like I say, though, they've lost some players, and Suarez, wow, that's poor. After I've just said that, I'm going to give him the nod over Luka Jovic because of how well he performed last season. That's the way he starts the game. Well, that's not great for us. Hoping for more shots on target this year. We notoriously had a lot off target. Da Silva, Marquez, and there we go. There's the first goal of the league season. Marquez with the goal. Da Silva's someone, if we ever pick up a good amount of money, I really want to sign. He fits into this squad so well. Quintero there. Back across to Silva, Marquez heads that in. And that's what he's here for. And he'll keep Martins out of the team as long as Marquez is performing well. Ricardo with a free quiz. Suarez. The side netting. Unlucky. Both centre-backs in there. It'll be interesting to see how Quintero with a free kick. Oh, nice, Quintero. Third goal of the season already. It'll be nice to see how the big boys perform this season. Like I say, losing players... I'm not sure how strong Sporting are. Obviously, they've dipped massively recently, haven't they? Since this entire save. So it'll be interesting to see how they all get on. They're all drawing at the minute by the looks of it. Are they going to get a goal back here? Yes, they are from the free kick. Could the goalkeeper have got to that? That's frustrating. Frustrating to concede a goal, but not unusual on last season's form. Yeah, the goalkeeper maybe could have got to that. Maybe put himself in a better position to save it. Bit frustrating. We'll get creative. Can we get another goal here? Ricardo. Oh, Cardoso off the post. Santos. Both of them in there. Cardoso wins it back. Horta. Kukuri. He's not got much he can do with it though. Horta. They managed to clear it. Wow. That was so close. Those two looked very good in pre-season, I have to be honest. They looked brilliant against Ghent. Two youngsters, they're the future of the centre-back position for us. Ricardo Suarez, there he is, finally. Second goal of the season. Yeah, they're the two central defenders of the future for the team. Both Portuguese. Luis Santos and Cardoso. What steals. Ricardo, nice goal. Very nice goal. 3-1. We're happy with that. We're definitely happy with that. Benfica and Porto now winning. Are they going to cap one back? This is a very exciting first game of the season. Murillo scores. He's a very good player for him, but this is just... Is this me or is this everybody in this situation? It's a very good goal. Don't get me wrong. It's a very good goal. But they've had 2 shots, 2 on target, and scored them both. So it's... I know that's the way in FM, but I just feel like I'm being mistreated a little bit. Marquez here. Finds Suarez. He puts that wide. Good opportunity. We're creating very good opportunities for Suarez. I mean, he has scored one of them, but I'd have liked more than the one. We've been the better team. It doesn't bode well for us in the future, though, defensively, does it? Defensively, I'm going to say I'm not happy. We shouldn't have conceded 2. I'm not really happy with either midfielder either. Here we go, second half. First game of the season. We've been dominant, but thanks to 2 shots for Tondela, it's a very close game. A lot of teams winning. You know, this league is ever increasingly difficult because the big teams rarely do win so often. I'm going to make some changes soon, I think. Yeah, let's make some now. Gumaresa losing. That's surprising. So, the changes are Janas on now as the Mazzala. Kukuri goes to deep line playmaker, and Donis is going to play as the left winger. So, they're the changes we've made. Hopefully, that will improve the result. Let's get another one. They've had a third shot on target, and they've not scored it. So, that's definitely a bonus for us. Come on, boys. Let's get another goal and just round this off to Marquez here. Cardoso. He's come so close on many occasions. Like both centre-backs look really good from corners in pre-season, which is something I've worked on our attacking corners because I felt like when we lost the ball so often, we would concede. Jaras here to Marquez. Back to Jaras. A terrible ball in. Kukuri. Cardoso. Kukuri. Ricardo. Opportunity here. Suarez. No. Donis. We'll take it. Donis makes it 4-2. What an exciting first live com you've managed to wrangle yourselves. What an exciting first live com. I mean, this is great play. I thought he was going to play this into to Suarez here. I mean, I kind of feel like he should have done. So Suarez gets his second, but I'll take it. Over the goalkeeper. Donis puts it in. He's very good at that. And we will take that. Third position. Porto are top because they must be absolutely battering whoever they're playing against. But this is decent. I'm very happy with this. I'm not going to make any more subs. We'll save ourselves now for the Dynamo Kiev game. You know, I may jump straight back and come back with a Benfica game because then I can update that we got in the Champions League. I could probably show you the group we've got and we can take on... Oh, I didn't mention this actually. This is a mistake of mine. I will show you this after the game. So this is the... This is the stats. We were dominant. I mean, they managed to get shots on target and caused us some issues, didn't it? But we were absolutely dominant. Tell the boys, well done. Good win for us, which it is. It is a very good win. You want to win the first game of the season and look convincing. We were very good going forward last season. I'd like to carry that over this season. We haven't been able to make the changes we maybe would have wanted, but I'll still be happy. Right, so yeah, this isn't what I forgot to mention this. Benfica picked up Karim Benzema. I have no idea how it happened. Now, he's 33. He's not very quick anymore. He's not got much pace or anything. But if you put him in front of goal, he's definitely still going to score goals. So, yeah, they managed to pick him up. They're paying him an absolute mint. But I think he could do stuff in this league. And Ziyech as well, who's a very established, just a superb midfielder, to be honest with you, in Eva. Very good player. Somebody who I really rate. So they picked Ziyech up as well. But apart from that, I think Benfica lost players. We'll have a quick roundup. I know people like to know what's going on. So this is the transfer history. So they've brought in 114 million. Boyata went out, Martinez went out, and obviously Divock Origi for a big fee, João Felix for a big fee. They're the two big players that went out, Man City and Barcelona. They brought in Iago, who looks very good, and as I said, Karim Benzema on a free, Wijnaldum on a free. We actually went in for Wijnaldum. It was very close, but we was going to break the bank for Wijnaldum, and I didn't feel like he changed the squad enough to break the bank. Right, then this is what Porto have done. So Porto haven't really done much at all. Magra went out. And that's pretty much it. They haven't really lost anyone massively of note, but they haven't really signed anyone. They've got 3 loans in, and that is it. Ben Woodburn will be a very good loan, to be honest with you. Yeah, he's turned out very nice. So Ben Woodburn will be a very good loan in. But apart from that, they've not done much. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. First game of the season gone well. The transfers obviously weren't what we wanted, but we're really going to push and develop youth this season. I just want to say thank you very much, as always, guys, for the support. Welcome to season 4. Feel free to smash that like button and help this smaller YouTuber in the algorithm. If you're new around here, perfect point to start by subscribing and check out the rest of the series, and I will see you for the next episode. We'll probably do Benfica. It makes sense to start with a big game at some point, and we'll get into that and see how we stack up against them this season.